So let me provide the immediate context. Tao, Danny, and we're going to call her SL, were activists in the anti Scientology movement. They joined Streets LA and California, and there were many other so called squirrels. But Tao was caught on camera, basically attacking and criticizing Danny and others for live streaming too much, and he felt that he was competing with them, and he didn't like how they were operating. So initially, it seemed that he just shrugged it off. He was caught on camera. Again, this is technically his scandal. And as Danny has clarified in a video he made with SL, everything seemed fine a couple weeks ago, but out of nowhere, he started to send all these weird messages. So I'm just going to summarize what Danny said and offer my own commentary. So, what did he reveal? Well, it's quite a lot, and it's very alarming. So, one, he apparently grabbed her phone, right? SL is the girl, she's there with Danny, and tried to erase the stream to cover up the evidence. He also impersonated her and sent messages to people pretending to be her to try to convince people there was this massive conspiracy to destroy him, apparently masterminded by Mindy, another protester. So he also lied about where they were in terms of relationship. Like Danny says that they do like Tao, no major issue with him, but they took a break to Las Vegas basically because Danny was arrested a while ago and he just felt a lot of stress. So they went to Vegas to just cool off. But Tao was saying that, oh, he's keeping in constant communication and everything is fine. They're the best of friends and they're texting each other all the time. It's like that just did not happen. So basically, Tao is creating these phony false narratives and trying to implicate Danny and SL behind the scenes, as well as blame Mindy. And of course, they're a little confused and they're saying, well, what is happening here? Why are you saying these things? And he's also blamed the mods who work for them and him. And when evidence is asked, he just falls back to this is OSA, false narratives. And he put out a message clearly directed at Danny and SL saying, I used to like these two streamers, but apparently they've chosen to backstab me. They're lying or exaggerating. What are they lying and exaggerating about? He doesn't specify. Again, for Danny's part, he's saying, listen, this is just petty drama. We have no major issue with this man, but he is lying about who we are, what we did. He's also trying to get into the relationship between Danny and SL, and they're saying that's none of your business. You shouldn't be doing that. So they just want to put this whole thing behind them, and that's it. If you want the full video, I've basically given you the title. You can look it up. Hopefully, they'll keep it up just for the documented record. I gotta say, everyone looks really bad here. Obviously, Tao looks the worst. He looks like a fraud who's manipulating people. And again, I'm fair minded if he does have these quote alarming messages from the mods or Mindy attacking him. He has not shown that. So it seems like he just got caught on camera and is creating this phony conspiracy to make everyone look bad. Danny, Mindy. So his behavior looks more normal. Namely, well, everyone's doing this. Everyone's backstabbing one another. Everyone's talking trash. You just saw me on camera doing it, but they're all doing it. You guys are attacking me. Come on, just confess it. Just be honest about it. And again, to be fair, there does seem to be evidence that Mindy had some issues with some protester. She was being implicit in her live streams, but I'm going to have to double check that. I don't know if she's referring even to Tao, but there could be hostilities behind the scenes. But again, is it this bad? We don't know. It just seems what it is. Tao got caught. He looks really, really bad. He's trying to use an argument that, well, I'm not the worst one, and there are other bad, toxic people. Well, maybe so, maybe not, but he still is coming off very toxic. And his last couple messages and videos seem to imply he's retiring from being a squirrel. And he's saying, well, I need to work on my mental health because he's getting death threats. He does not provide any evidence he got death threats, by the way. It just seems he got caught. He got caught being a fraud. He got exposed. It looks real, real bad. And he's just conjuring up all this drama to deflect from the obvious problem, which is he got caught red-handed, looking like an idiot and a clown trying to control people. And now that that's been exposed, he's going to have a lot of problems with the other squirrels who probably are going to have questions for him and say, well, what happened? Could you clarify? But the evidence is pretty clear-cut. So it just looks really, really bad for him. And now he's going to try to rewrite history. Now, I'm not saying Danny and SL are coming off good either. It seems like they were aware of this drama and just chose to ignore it. It seems like there's two bad sides here. The really toxic person, but the other people enabling the toxicity because, like, well, let's just concentrate on the protest. If Tao's toxic, well, that's him, that's his channel. I think this just shows a deeper problem with the squirrels is that there's a lack of transparency, and that's just the problem with this movement. It's not really transparent the way it should be if it's asking for money and donations and its support. But again, I'm sure more scandals will happen. So Tao definitely looks the worst out of this, but I don't think Danny and the others look much better. It seems like there just needs to be more open-mindedness and more transparency. But will that happen? Well, we'll have to wait and see.